and the plan for us is to take the Dodge pickup. So you've got your best coat on. Yeah. Duct tape repair. Perfect on a day like this. One of the facelifted cars. Proper GT of the 1950s there. Really tasty car. Great little Porsche Speedster replica. Very nice too. 2002 turbo. 2CV. A Citroen SM. No way. The TVR Chimera ponders where to park. A Jensen Interceptor. Wow. Can't be many in this condition left now. Guarding the box of eggs. Well, good morning everyone, welcome to Old Classic Car. Today is a Saturday and tomorrow, Sunday, is the regular car meeting over at the Old Piggery Cafe, the Cars and Caffeine at Combermere meet, as it's snappily called. And the plan for us is to take the Dodge pickup. I think last time we took the Renault, so we'll give that one a break and we'll get this one out, wheel this one over and see how we get on. Just thought we'd have it running this morning. We had a swap around with the V8 Pilot and we got out the oily rag and gave the running boards just a bit of a wipe over, just to spruce them up, and also the wheels and the hubcaps. That's the beauty of old oily raggers. You don't have to worry about getting polish out and all that kind of thing. Just get a tin of WD-40 or your chosen favourite of oil and just give it a bit of a wipe over. I will give this the boiled linseed oil treatment at some point. Before I do that, I want to put a little bit of paint on the roof. Many years ago someone started stripping the paint off the roof, I think while it was still in America, and that's as far as they got. So the plan is to put a little bit of paint up there just to protect things and then just oily rag the whole thing. But for today I just went round some of the edges, like I say, did the running boards, just spruced them up a little bit. They're a bit grubby with clambering in and out, and it just brings up some of the original sheen and even some of the original paint, which is just how we like it. They are a bit prone to rotting out. Fortunately these ones are in really good condition. The original diamond plate, so we want to keep them that way. So you make sure you don't get any build-up of mud underneath, because that's really important, and also on top, because obviously they get scraped with clambering in and out with hobnail boots and so on. So we've oily ragged both sets of running boards and all the wheels and the hubcaps. So I think the only thing we need to do really is check the oil, check the coolant. We'll do that. It seems to be a little low on fuel, so we'll probably nip out with the trusty jerry can here, an old War Department one from 1975. So we'll nip out after lunch, put a few gallons in that, and that'll tide us over to drive over to Combermere in the morning. Hopefully the weather forecast is looking reasonably promising, so that's quite good. I think Mrs. OCC will probably take the yellow Peril as always. We will take this one. What's the problem with pickups is you end up putting stuff in the back of them, so we've got a few bits and pieces tucked away in here, but we'll leave the chairs in there because we may even actually use those. There is a rumour that Dad might actually pop along. His replacement knee is settling in pretty well, and I think he can probably drive an auto, not too far, but I think he could probably drive far enough to come over tomorrow morning. So we may well see him there in his Jag. We'll just have to see. It'll be a while before he has the MGB out, I think, but the Jag, there's a possibility of taking that, and it's an enthusiast car meet, this one over at Combermere, so anything goes really, as long as you're keen on it, then that's pretty much good enough. So we get a mix of classic cars, the occasional commercial vehicle, and lots of sports cars, so it's always worth making the effort to go over there. So that is why we thought we'd take this one over tomorrow. So what do you reckon, sir? Are we ready to rock and roll, do you think?
Pretty ready to rock and roll, I'd say.
Yeah.
It's all nice and oiled up.
Is there anything we should put in the back for display purposes?
Yes. They've planted that seed now.
Well, we used to have that old fairground racing car in the back. We did that a year or two back, didn't we? We left that in for a few months.
Hold on, I need to have a look in the garage.
Maybe we should find something to go in here. We've decided to take this old door. I did give this the oily rag treatment just a week or so ago. This is an old sign-written door that's been around the place for at least 30 years. It's got some lovely old style, that's genuine old sign writing on it. 76 Callington Road, Saltash, telephone 2262. So I think we will casually chuck that in the back of the truck, make it look a bit like maybe we're going to the tip. Yeah, I think it looked quite nice. This is probably, what, 1950s, something like that, so it's could be 40s, could be 50s, so it's similar age to the pickup itself. It's off an E83W. I was given this by a bloke over in North Wales. He gave me some of his redundant parts that he didn't need anymore, and this has followed me ever since, and I just loved it because of the sign writing. If it wasn't for that, I would have probably found a new home for it, but with that sign writing, I thought that's just perfect. It's just like a sign in its own right, really. So I think that can probably go in, and we'll just have a look, see if there's anything else worth chucking in as well. Maybe this old Humber radiator that was kindly donated by a viewer of the channel a year or so back. He kindly donated that to the cause. That dates to the 1920s and weighs almost a ton. It feels like it when you try and lift it anyway. It's a huge thing, quite unusual with that style of radiator core as well, so it's quite an unusual thing. So maybe we'll just chuck a few bits and bobs like that in the back just to give it the right kind of look. He certainly has his uses. Right, go on then. Oh, a man of your strength. There we go. So let's have a look at this door then, now it's outside. See, you've got your best coat on. Duct tape repair.
There you go.
Yeah, we could also take that door. This is Australian. This is off an old Bedford Ute. Yeah, but we could do. It's got some genuine sign writing on it. Yes. I didn't oily rag the inside of it, sadly, but not to worry. Yeah, it's a bit. Yeah, it's all right. Don't worry. You'll get filthy if you carry it the other way. Yeah, all planned out. Bit of sustenance in the cup. Right, if you just lean it against the bumper, then it won't come. Actually, it's quite breezy. It might blow off, mightn't it? Yeah, that's a fine looking door. Lovely old bit of sign writing there. Yeah, if we pull the chairs out, and then we can always just take a couple of those with us tomorrow if needs be. Do those ones stay in? Or maybe bring them out for now and then. Well, that looks pretty at home in there. The other thing we thought we'd chuck in the back randomly is this old panel, one of the original, hang on, don't walk off, one of the original panels from Big Dodge when it was restored all those years ago. If Harley just stopped walking for a second, we can have a look at the writing on it. RD Paw Motor Racing and the Flying Pegasus. This is from the years after World War II when Dennis Paw raced his ex-Nuvolari, ex-Scuderia Ferrari Alfa Romeo Grand Prix car, and this was one of the original panels off the side of the truck. So I think that'll look quite nice, a bit of a display item also to chuck in the back of the pickup. So a panel from Big Dodge displayed in the back of Little Dodge. So kind of seems right, but that's not been seen out in public for quite some time. So that could just casually go in the side. I suppose it might take off, that's the only problem, so we might have to lay it flat. Maybe lay it flat for the time being. And we'll just put something on it just for the journey over. Yeah, just plonk it. Well, Patchy, we could trap it under the door, couldn't we? Just to stop it taking off. And then, once we get there, we could always move it out a bit. But once we're there, we could just lean it against the side. Yeah, like that. But for now, So if we lay this one flat, please. It's not too grubby on the back, is it? It's a bit rusty, but yeah, if you just lay this one things you do. So if we, yeah, just plop that one there and then just sit that as it was on top of that, then it won't take off. That'll do. I don't want the wind getting underneath it. Yeah, that'll do, wouldn't it? I'll just trap it a little bit. And we won't be going at great speeds, but yeah, just looks like a random assortment of junk in keeping and in period with the truck itself. So what we decided upon, well, the old wheel. Yeah, you don't need the hubcap really. It's not off. It's not actually off it. The hubcap is like a 30s or 40s Vauxhall. It's a Vauxhall. Right. Yeah, if you plonk that on top carefully, that'll trap it down a bit, won't it? It looks like we're on a tip run. Yeah, if you just lay that carefully flat without scratching it. Yeah, I think that's an old V8 Ford wheel. An ancient Goodyear heavy duty truck tyre on it. Oof, look at that. Classic tyre. Goodyear 650/16. So is this off a V8 Ford? Maybe a V8 Ford truck, or possibly a car that's just had town and country style tyres put on the back perhaps. But yeah, this is really just to offset all the super shiny supercars that turn up at this particular meeting, so I thought, well, we'll try and so we thought we'd try and lower the tone a little bit. But yeah, it's just interesting, it's in keeping, isn't it? So yeah, why not? Just stop press, we're going to put this old what was a radio controlled aeroplane in as well, just for a little extra effect.
Cut up and then gave it.
Well, this is one that my brother was chucking out about 20 years ago, so I thought offer it home. It used to, for many years that was hanging up, yeah, many years that was hanging up in the garage, but when Big Dodge came back when Big Dodge came back, there wasn't room for it hanging up, so it had to come down. It used to be a biplane, didn't it? And then we took all the strut things off and converted it into a low-wing monoplane. So it's a thing of beauty. Maybe move those chairs that I just put in and just put it all down there. You know? And, yeah, looks like we're on a tip run, but no. All carefully curated items. That's it. Yeah, that'll do. That's not going to catch the wind, is it? I think it'll be alright there, won't it? Riveting content, I know, but if you are actually watching this, please.
10 minutes in already.
But yeah, well, you know, if you're watching this, then thank you for that. Yeah, go and make yourself a fresh cup of tea and some more toast, because we're not even at the show yet. But yeah, all being well, it'll be a good gathering tomorrow. And here we are going to lower the tone considerably and significantly with this assortment of scrap. Oh, they're a bit modern, aren't they? No, can't leave those there. Right, well, lunch beckons, so we'll tuck this away just temporarily, at least, just in case it does rain. So I shouldn't need much choke, but just a couple of stabs on the right, that's it. What a Bobby Dazzler. Lovely straight six. Yeah, so we'll just tuck this away. His lordship will do the honours. Obviously I'll watch him in. It's easier to watch him in, backing it in, than trying to back it in on my own, to be honest. Just straight. That's it, just straighten her up a bit that way. That's it. Right, I'll go inside. We'll also need to give this one a rinse before tomorrow. Can't have Mrs. OCC turning up in a grubby vehicle. This one, not so important. Just going to disconnect the battery. You see what you're doing? Yeah, good. Just disconnect the battery. Never leave them connected once they're parked up. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. Well, good morning all. It is the next day, 7:30 in the morning, and we are pretty much ready to go. And even the weather forecast is looking on our side, so that's quite unusual. We've already seen Dad go past in his Jag, so this is his first time out driving anywhere really, any distance, since having his knee op, so that's all quite encouraging. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes.
Make sure to watch my video this too.
Yes, indeed. Harley did a little video of the starting routine for this particular truck. And yeah, look at that. A big yellow thing in the sky. I'm not quite sure what we're looking at there. I might just have to focus on that for a minute because that's a rarely seen thing. But the forecast for today... Sorry?
The moon's a funny colour today.
Yeah, but the forecast for today is looking really, really promising, and all the chatter on Facebook suggests that there are going to be a lot of cars turning up for the Cars and Caffeine at Combermere meeting this morning. So fingers crossed, we'll get plenty of interesting vehicles there. As I've said many times, it's a mix of cars, sports cars, supercars, and interesting old cars. So quite where we fall into that, with a faded but magnificent old truck, I'm not quite sure. But yeah, a bit of everything turns up, and that's what makes it so interesting. We've got all the junk in the back, ready for our period display. Steptoe and Son rides again. Well, there we go, we have made it here to the Old Piggery Cafe. Mrs. OCC, oh I mustn't point, someone castigated me in the Autumn 2023 video for my hand appearing in some of the shots, so I must remember not to do that. Harley's just arranging the Steptoe style load in the back of the oldie pickup. Oh, all very in keeping. We just left it running a little bit. Took a couple of goes to get it started when we restarted, so it just had to clear its lungs a little bit. It's quite easy to overfuel these, I think, when you're starting up. And Dad is here in his mighty Jaguar. Not sure if we've ever seen this one here before. Oh, a fine array of leaflets in the window there. So you've never had this one here before, have you?
It's never been here before.
No.
With a wonky leg, it's easy to
Yes, indeed, yes. Are we there yet? So this is the X350, the aluminium bodied XJ, and on the end here we heard this one coming down the road, Mk1 Escort twin cam. Yeah, we heard you coming up the road.
You heard me coming, did you?
Before you even got to the house, you know.
Better dig it out the garage and give it a bit of an airing.
Yeah, it's not been out for a while, has
No.
it? No.
Been all through it, done the brakes and everything, and
Yeah.
oil filters and that sort of thing.
So we're putting a few miles on it now.
Wind it up a bit now.
Yeah. So what sort of power does it put out?
170. 1700 engine, Wilcox.
Yeah. 170 brake.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, it must be.
It's a 711 block instead of the 1558 block, which is the old Lotus Cortina block.
Oh, got you right.
It's the old
right.
Cortina 15.
Yeah.
Coilovers and what have you.
Yeah, that's a cracking bit of kit, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit quick, yeah.
Is it quicker than the Cortina?
Oh, I'll leave that standing.
Really?
Yeah, on acceleration, yeah.
Yeah, fantastic.
But the Fiesta I've got, that'll just leave it mental.
Yeah, that's a modern.
see
That's a
which way
modern. That's a modern toy, that isn't it? We don't.
Yeah.
We don't talk about those.
No.
Hello. Another early arrival here at Combermere.
Forward position.
Just mopping off the dew on the Jaguar's shiny flanks. I think we can probably switch the Dodge off now. And the MX-5 is also drying in a combination of a bit of sunshine and a bit of a breeze across the car park here, which will soon fill up with very many interesting cars. And here's that lovely little Mini 1275 SPI on the door. So what's that? 1275.
1275.
Is that injected, is it?
Yeah, single pot injection, and it's all been refurbished inside and outside. New floors, new subframes.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, so someone's gone to town on
yeah.
it.
It's full of stainless steel exhaust on it, and that's about it.
So are you into Minis long term, or is this a new
thing?
thing?
No. I've always been classics and Minis.
Oh, have you?
This is about my fifth one over the 40 odd 50 years.
Well, that's serious.
Yeah, I had one in 2020. I had one J-Reg. That was a nice one, red one.
Oh.
That was a 1275.
Was it?
I had that till 2002.
Yeah. So they go pretty well then.
Yeah, and I've never bothered because I was a long distance lorry driver and never got time. And now I've retired, I've gone back into it a little
How
bit.
do you find the fuel injection in terms of looking after it compared to carburettor or carburettors?
I think it's easier.
Is it?
Less.
Once it's right, it's kind of right. Okay, that's nice.
Well, me personally.
Hopefully.
Yeah. The thing is, you can go back to twin carbs on it if you want with a single pot. You can't with
Right.
MPI. You can't.
Oh, can you not?
No. Single pot. You can go back to the twin SUs.
So you've got a few more options if you want.
Yeah, if you wanted to. Yeah. Well, this is a Sprite.
Right, that's what it started out as.
Yeah. And if you go on DVLA, which I didn't know, it tells you how many. There's only 134 on the road.
Oh, there.
But there's 2,500 sawn. So where the 2,500 are, scrapyards and most of them, and they never.
No, they're probably long gone, aren't they? Probably.
So there's only 134 actual Sprites on the road.
Got you. No, it's a very bonny little car.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, thanks for giving us a bit of the potted history. Appropriate seating brought with us today. I detect Jaguar power. Burbling its way is a magnificent 3-litre V8 Triumph Stag. Perfect on a day like this.
Very nice two-turn example.
Very smart Porsche 944. Some more classic German goodness here. Beautiful split window VW. Wow, how fantastic is that? Complete with Mr. Bibendum, the Michelin man on the top. Good to see plenty of oldies turning up. Is it going to pull in? Beautiful Austin-Heeley with hardtop. Oh, that's nice. Beautiful. We saw that Mini only a week or so ago at the Ironworks over near Oswestry. It's great to see it out and about. VTEC Honda power. Pretty mad little Mini, that one. Beautiful early 70s 911. Make that late 70s, but who's counting? What a cracker that is. Air-cooled, rear-engined, flat six. Nice. I spy an Alfa Romeo Alfa Sud, one of the facelifted cars. What a rare sight that is now. Here we have the Droop Snoop Firenze. 2.3 litre slant 4 engine in these. Pretty pokey, got a bit of go those have by all accounts. That's a rare car, that is. Mark II VW Golf. MGTF approaches from behind, hotly pursued by a Reliant Scimitar GTC. And talking of open top cars, we have a 911 Targa. I can hear something behind me. What do we have coming in? Oh, a beautiful 66 Ford Anglia, and a very modified 100E behind that, and a Porsche behind that. What a variety of cars turning up today. That's a really tidy little car, that one. A very purposeful sounding 100E Ford, originally side valve powered, but it doesn't sound like a side valve anymore. Two more heading into view. The Chimera and the Metro GTI drives past, possibly off to another meeting. I think Crew Heritage is today as well. Obviously we would have gone to Crew had this one not been on, but we can't be everywhere, so we thought we'd vote for this one. That stunning XK140 we've seen here before. What a treat that is. Debumpered, leather bonnet strap. Proper GT of the 1950s there. Really tasty car. Car park starting to fill up very nicely, but it'll be a lot busier than this before the morning is through, I can guarantee you that. 3 Series Cabriolet, the old E36. Nice looking car. That maroon 7 Series BMW is the 750iL that we saw down at Weston Park just a couple of weekends ago on Easter Sunday. Particularly boggy day. The ground was sodden, but today here at the Combermere Cafe, or the Old Piggery Cafe rather, no traction issues here, thankfully. TR7 drop head, with V8 power. If I remember right, that one's got a particularly large engine, something like 4.6 maybe. Certainly way bigger than BL ever considered fitting into that particular body shell. We don't need that. Popping and banging not required. What do we see there? A 6 Series BMW 1985. Probably a 635 CSI. That'll have the straight 6 petrol. Very, very nice. Yep, 635. Very good looking car. A spiritual successor really to the old E9 coupes of the 1970s. The 6 Series coupes like that came out, I think, in the late 70s. They were produced for quite a few years. Early ones, the 633, you very rarely see now. Most of them are 635s like you see there. Auto or manual boxes were available. 6 Series old and not so old, alongside each other here in the car park. Obviously, being the old classic car channel, I do tend to prioritise the older cars, but try and show just a little bit of everything, just to give a real good overview of what you can expect to see if you bring your cherished motor car to this particular meet. And if you've got an old car and you live within striking distance of Combermere, which is where we are today, close to the Cheshire Shropshire border, then get yourself down here with your car. More the merrier. There's that flat nose 930 Porsche Turbo. What a bit of kit that is. And an Ashley 1172. Great to see that one here today. The old Ashley, the fiberglass bodied Ashley. You'd buy the body and then build up the car of your dreams using that as the starting point. Often those were based on the old sit-up and beg Ford Pop chassis. I'm not sure that this one is. I think this one's got slightly later running gear, but it's such a treat to see that because that's a really rare bit of kit now. Stunning Mini there. Mark III Mini Cooper S, no less. Wowzers. Very nice. Very late example of the original Mini Coopers on the J plate. But yeah, how cool is that? Very, very nice. You can always tell the Mark III body shell because it has a double gutter above the doors. We've got an Escort Mexico, I'm reliably informed, coming in from behind. Yep, there we go. That one was here last time, if I remember right. What a treat to see that. We've got a BMW Z4, roof down of course, on this glorious April morning. And a Sierra XR8. I think this was a South African special. The V8 powered Sierra. Wow. So it's got the wing on the back like the XR4Is that we had in this country. But look, that's a 5-door car. And the XR4Is, the UK market XR4Is were never 5-door like that, so that's a properly rare car. Great little Beetle just pulling in there. Porsche behind that. The Rover 220 Turbo, the Tomcat. The very modified BMW era Mini. And still they pour in. Is that a Skyline at the front there? I'm not quite sure. I think Harley will probably know. There's a Skyline at the back there. Rare, rare scenes. Very stylish Aston Martin DB7. Lancia Delta Integrale, our favourite colour of course. Very, very nice too. Bit of rally heritage there. Oh, and what do we see over there? Something right up my street. A modified A35. Not seen this one before. How cool is that? TVR Griffith. But yeah, how cool is that little A35? The whole gaggle of cars. Many, many TVRs. How neat is that? That's one for Harley. MGTF, mid-engine of course, the old K-Series engine. Some pillars of BMW and a whole gaggle of Porsches. Got a 3 Series Cabriolet over there, and many other TVRs, and an Aston. There's an MG. Wow, what an incredible lineup of cars. This weather has really brought everyone out today, and it's a real treat to see. And coming in from our right, we have a lovely little Dolomite Sprint, again in our favourite colour. That'll look nice, parked up next to our MX-5, is it?
Yeah,
really that's nice. The one on Weber's, is it? Yeah.
Sounds great, that.
And also in yellow, a Cavalier Mark 1. Yeah, very nice too. Yeah, 124. Yeah. Classics as far as the eye can see. I wouldn't have it any other way. What a great turnout today. So Aston there just waiting, or a Jaguar rather. Oh yeah, Mk1 MX-5, second one we've seen here today. The first one we are very familiar with, but I don't think we've seen this one before. Great little Porsche Speedster replica, very nice too. Bit of Americana behind the Mini. Got a 944 just pulled in. That incredible sounding Mustang, what a beast that is. If you've been watching the channel for a while, you'll remember that one. Incredible. Good to see a bit of more US iron here today. That Mustang is really something else.
It's nice to see that one again.
It is. Super little TVR there. Ooh, a BMW 2002. Is it a turbo? Wowzers. Good grief, look at that. 2002 turbo. Wow, that's a bit special. Great MG midget pulling into. '64 Austin Mini Cooper S. Very nice example for Mark 1 Mini. What do we have there behind the Jaguar? An MGC Roadster no less. Complete with factory hardtop. What a bobby dazzler that is. 3 litre straight 6, not too much silencing. Beautiful car. What a cracker that is. Factory hardtop, MGC GT, 15-inch wheels, slightly larger than those regularly fitted to MGB Roadsters and GTs. But yeah, the big straight six Austin engine, shoehorned under that aluminium bonnet with the very distinctive power bulge on it. But yeah, what a cracker that is. I'm glad we turned up when we did. Oh, that sounds nice, that does. What's this incredible pickup going somewhere else? Nissan? Clearly more than one meet on this morning. 2CV. What a great little car for on a day like this. Right hand drive, roof open. We'll have a proper walk around here later. Let's see what else is going to arrive here today. The mighty Corvette. Caterham 7 behind that. Mark II example of the Ford Fiesta. Great to see that one. I seem to remember that's a very low mileage car, a limited edition. Yeah, super low mileage this one. It's about 4,000 miles. I think we've seen this one at Crew Heritage before now. Oh, sporty Mini. Is it a sidewalk? It is indeed the limited edition sidewalk. And the Honda NSX behind that.
We'll have a look. You can quickly turn around in this, can't you? Go down the bottom.
Just while we've got a slight lull in the arrivals, I want to go and have a look at that Sierra down here. Is it another one of those special South African market cars, I wonder? We're going past the Droop Snoot Firenze, the TR8, the GTC and the MGTF, and near the Alfa Sud. Yes, it's another. Is that the same car that we saw pulling before? Maybe it just drove around. There can't be two of them here, surely. Yeah. So that wing is very similar. Ooh, nice midget drive past. But yeah, that wing is so like the XR4i ones that we had in this country. But yeah, I'm sure this has got a V8 in it, and I'm sure this has come in from South Africa. The Sierra XR8. Let's see if we can get round here safely. Something just fell off that tree down my neck, not quite sure what. Yeah, that's a proper rare car. Apologies for any shadows, the sun is quite low. Very tidy 325i BMW. Or is it an M3? No, it's a 325i. It's left-hand drive. Left-hand drive E30, probably a 325i. Don't think it's an M3. Badged as an M3. But I think the M3s usually have flared arches. But I could be wrong. TVR Chimera ponders where to park. It's getting quite tight in here now, but oh, I was hoping this would be here. This fantastic old Sunbeam. Two of these turned up here at the last meeting. What an incredible car that is. 1913 or 1914, I forget which. Like I say, two of them turned up last week, or last time rather. Both just before the Great War. Wow, what a variety of cars here today. A Citroen SM? No way! Maserati power. What a bonkers car. What an incredible car that is. A Citroen SM. Wow, I've never seen that anywhere before. That is just beautiful. There's something old flying over. It's just in the sun, I can't quite see it. TR3A, Mk1 VW Golf GTI down there as well. And coming in from the right, a Jensen Interceptor. Wow, that's nice. Big Chrysler V8 engine, many louvers in the bonnet. That's a big engine for a big bonnet. Yeah, lovely sounding car. MGB GT behind that. A couple of Nissans and other cars going off into the distance there. But yeah, let's have a look at this Jensen. What a great looking car that is. Of course, Jensen switched to steel bodywork when they introduced these, replacing the fiberglass bodied CV8 and the 541 before that. And that's the Mark II 5-door Golf GTI just pulls in. This has got to be the biggest turnout I've ever seen here. There's an Audi R8 waiting to pull in. I'm not sure we can cope with too many more cars here this morning. We shall see just how many more turn up. And a few impatient people jump in the queue. Nissan 300ZX. Some of these were turbo, some were naturally aspirated.
Bring your car off the road, please.
2.8 Capri waits its turn. Got a Maserati Quattroporte. Some clown in a Honda going somewhere else, but yeah, it's all a bit unnecessary, really.
Yeah.
Well, as predicted, very popular meeting this here today. Not sure there's room for a modern van, really. The cafe is certainly popular today. Looks like the Maserati Quattroporte is heading off again. The Mustang's waiting to pull in. Oh, beautiful left-hand drive TR. Very nice indeed. TR4A, lovely mini-light wheels, doggy in the back, Surrey hardtop. What a beautiful powder blue TR. The little midget just heads off into the distance. I think some people will probably try and combine the meeting here at the Old Piggery Cafe and also the meeting at Crew Heritage. So cars tend to come and go a little bit, which does ease parking events like this. I think this is probably a good time to have a bit of a walk around the parked cars and just see if we've missed anything on the arrivals.
How old is he?
Hey up, young man. Do you see the SM?
No, I didn't see that.
There's an SM somewhere, a maroon one. Right, Dad's in conversation. I'm glad we got here when we did. I can hear something else maybe. There's that fantastic stag. What do we got? Sunbeam Alpine, I can just see. Alpine or a Tiger, not quite sure which. Let's just go and have a look, see what it is. Got a Lotus Elise, and it is a Tiger. 1967 Sunbeam Tiger.
Where you want, but at your own risk, and you know, it's
TR7 fixed head. We had the V8 powered Roadster come in before. And there's a fixed head TR7 as well from about 1978. But yeah, this is beautiful. This is, I think it's a 260 cubic inch V8 in these, if I remember right. Right, where was I? Okay, I think we were going along this row, somewhere close to this Elise. You alright? Is the knee holding up?
Yes, actually. Yeah,
Oh, jolly good.
yeah.
Jolly good. We've got the seating arrangements if you need it.
Oh yes, thank you. Yes, I use that just nice.
Maybe, jolly good.
Always going to get a coffee bit.
Good luck with that. Right, let's carry on down here. There's a lovely collie. We do like a collie. There's a Toyota Supra. Lotus negotiates the parking. Past this great Beetle here. Two-tone Beetle, many stickers. It's all quite busy in here, isn't it? We'll just sneak through here. There's that really super clean 944. Very nice too. Next to the BMW, is that Austin-Heeley? Is it 106? Let's have a look. It's a 3000. Very tasty and early Austin-Heeley 3000. Later examples had the wind-up windows. We'll just do a bit of off-roading. Right. Whereas this has the clip-in sliding windows that you can see there. And these have a much nicer curve to the top of the doors compared to the later cars, which are straighter. Oops, there's my hand again. So yeah, what a beauty that is. And the hardtops really do suit them. I think that is a stunning looking car. Really, really lovely car. And again, great to see stuff that we haven't seen before. There's a little 7 next to the Defender. Go past the Merc and go and admire this A35. I wonder what the story is with this. A purposeful looking exhaust poking out from under the sill. Many extra gauges, voltage, temperature and oil pressure. Yeah. Great to see that one here today as well. There's the VTEC Mini, a Renault van with a Renault Sport engine. I thought it sounded a little bit un-van-like when it pulled in. A splitty VW. What an incredible turnout of cars. We'll try and feature a bit of everything if we can. TR3A, regulars to the channel will be familiar with that lovely little car. Lotus, Porsches as far as the eye can see. We'll go back over here. Have a look at this Mini over here. So what year is this on an H? Oh, beauty, 10-inch Mini Light wheels, bucket seats, all the period mods, sporty little steering wheel. Really nice car. Morgan SM03 MOG. There's that flat front 930 turbo. A mighty Ferrari. Could see you in that.
Yeah, I could just drag it in there, I think.
Yeah. Would it fit in the garage? Not sure it fit in the garage. No. Yeah, probably. There's that Integrale we saw driving in just a few minutes ago. Aston, here's the little speedster. What a great car for a day like this on a sunny Sunday morning. Still a few cars coming in, mix of modern and old. Porsche 944, we've seen this one before. Great example, good to see those here. And a pair of American muscle cars. I've got the Mk1 Mustang. That is quite some engine. How far set back in the engine bay is that? Plenty of room in there. The mighty Mustang.
Did you see that TR6?
I haven't seen the TR6 yet, no.
They're starting to turn people away now.
Oh, did they?
There was a red TR6 and it went down there. It sounded fantastic.
Did it?
A couple of young guys in a red TR6 and they must have had a straight pipe or something. It sounded glorious.
Did it? Oh, fantastic.
But I think they're having to turn away quite a few.
I think they may have to.
Oh,
there's a hot rod. See that?
Yeah, there's that
American hot
one
rod.
behind. There's a Chevy behind.
Yeah.
There's an early Bel Air behind.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, there's just. Have you been down the bottom?
No, I'm going to go down there now.
Still haven't seen that SM.
No.
I don't think it is.
Quick battery stop. Fresh camera batteries. And off we go again. Let's see if we can find that SM. Let's carry on the walk around. Here's that 66 Triumph TR4A. So many cars. Let's keep going, see what we can find. I want to find that SM. It's MGF. And there's that fantastic Jensen Interceptor. Looking right at home in these splendid surroundings. There's the Capri 2.8i. It goes all the way around. I've never been around here before. Let's keep going down here. See what gems we can find. Yeah. Oh, there's that fantastic vintage Sunbeam. So is this a 13 or a 14? This is the 1913 Sunbeam. Yeah, what a treat to see this out again. There's the MGB we saw arriving a few minutes ago. A pair of TVR Chimeras tucked away over here. It's good that there's so much hard standing available. We're not reliant on getting someone's photo. There's that Mk1 Cavalier. The Dolly Sprint. E30 Cabriolet. TVR Chimera roof panel removed. A whole gaggle of TVRs down here, and there's that 300ZX Nissan and its younger brother alongside. There's cars everywhere. One of the TVRs is leaving. All sorts. Let's have a look at the 2CV. Rusty. I don't remember Citroen ever doing that particular limited edition, but lots of these by now have been retrofitted with galvanised chassis. I'm not sure if that's the case with this one, but many of them have been. R8. Wouldn't mind that building. There's that Mark II Fiesta we've seen at Crew Heritage before. Let's just have a look at the mileage just to see if we can see. I'm sure it's 4,000 something. Can't quite see. 4,742 miles. That's a rare survivor. There's that E30 Chimera and the MGB GT. Isn't this SM just a wonderful, wonderful bit of kit? And like the DS's, the inner lamps follow. There's my hand again. The inner lamps follow the steering as you go around corners. What a beauty that is. Look at that. It is, isn't it? What a fantastic car that is. How sleek is that? How futuristic. Yeah, beautiful colour. Such a futuristic looking car. Ooh, the bonnet's going up. Yeah, bonnet's going up. Fantastic. So we've got a Maserati. So what is it? 2.6 or 7? 2.7. 2.7. Wow. There's plenty going on there. So there's the engine over the back there. So what's all this is? This all suspension and
So that's suspension.
the spheres there for you.
That's the air conditioning unit. That's the alternator. That's the accumulator for the suspension. And this is the thing that wrecked the engines. Because the aircon unit used to be a very tall thing, sort of like a tube stroke unit.
Yeah.
The timing chains used to come loose. They would, when the aircon kicked in, it would come in with a bang and send a shockwave down there. Jump the timing chains and launch the engine.
Oh, nice.
So Citroen found that about 2 years after they launched
Put them on sale.
Yeah, and then they realised they were replacing engines after about 30,000 kilometres.
So I'm guessing in the original Maseratis, it would have just been that. There would have been none of this, would there?
Which they went on and used that in the, is it the Merak?
Or the Bora, one of the two. One of the two, isn't it? Yeah. It's so far back, isn't it?
It is.
It's incredibly far back, which I guess that makes accessibility.
Yeah.
Well, it's not a very long engine, is it? Just being a V6, it's not.
It's quite a compact unit.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
So
no, that's fantastic.
it's
You've got the old LHM tin on the inner wing there.
just in
Keep
case,
it topped up.
just in case there's any happenings.
Yeah, there's a lot going on there, isn't there?
You just show
Stunning interior.
If you stamp on it, because it's inboard discs all the way around.
Is it?
And,
right.
And it works off the same system as the pneumatics. So
So if you lose the pneumatics,
you lose that. Yeah.
That's the suspension height there.
Yes.
see.
You can put up to second position for rough ground, and then there's a third position which is right at the top, which is really for, you're not supposed to drive it, it's just for servicing. So you pump it up, get your jack underneath it, and then turn the engine off, and you can change your wheel or whatever you want.
So have you got a degree in Citroen XM then?
You must need one.
You need it, don't you?
It's just need a lot of
beautiful framed windows. Look at that.
Went to France last year, 1,700 miles in 10 days. It was fine. And we're going away in it this year to Ireland.
That's
Great behaviour again.
This is fantastic.
It's a gorgeous thing to drive. It's a Grand Tour. It's not sprinty. You know,
Beautiful mirrors mounted on ball joint.
There's so many bits on it.
What a car.
I'll tell you a funny story about cars that wide at the front and the back. So do you know the defensive response the metal post? The paint will come off and gone onto the car, not the other way around. Don't ever forget. And it was the greatest thing. Just actually like.
What do we have here? The old Chalmers. Look at that. Right, let's carry on. Have a look around, see if there's anything come in while we've been looking at Citroen SM, etc. There's another gate open here, so I'm assuming one or two cars have ended up in there. There's a few in here, are there? Past the 6 Series. That's nice. A Golf GTI, 8-valve car. Mainly more recent cars, so it is. Yeah, 7's alright, aren't they? Yeah. There's that Skyline's quite an early one, isn't it?
That was all full. I've never seen anyone park.
No. There's that Sunbeam Tiger over there, the white one. There's that 635 CSI. Old BMW dealer plates.
It's nice and original, this one.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? A handsome machine.
Injury and Anglia Super have gone.
Have they? Yeah, let's carry on down here. See what oldies we can spot. So, great little TVRs. There goes the Jensen. And the MG. Maybe they're off to Crew Heritage, I wouldn't be surprised. Rivals back in the day, kind of. Although really it would have been the TR5 and the MGC were probably closer rivals. But yeah, really, really nice pair there. And wow, look at this BMW. What a great looking car that is. Let me know in the comments which of these cars you would be very keen on having in your own garage. No budget considerations, just which car would you most like to own. think a lot of these were left-hand drive. This one's right-hand drive. Yeah, that is one cool looking car. I like the little aerial mounted on the very slim windscreen pillar. And here is that MX-5 Mark 1. Looks like a UK market car with that rear panel. The imported UNOS is a slightly different back end and number plates are a slightly different shape. Let's go down here. This is a real car enthusiasts meet. Old, new and vintage, bit of everything here today. That fantastic Chalmers we saw going in before, probably parking up over near where that Sunbeam is, the Great War era Sunbeam. Let's carry on down here, see what we can see. Cars jammed in. There's a TVR Griffith. There's that V12 BMW 7 Series, the E38 era of BM 7 Series. 5.4 litre V12 in those. Dad will like that. So glad to see Dad out here today. First meet since his knee rebuilding, his knee restoration. So that's all good. What else have we got down here? Slightly later MX-5, E46 Coupe, the 3 Series Coupe. What can we see over here? There's another E46 over there, MX-5, the Alpine, not in blue. Often you see those in blue. The Mark 1 Mexico for sale. The BMW Z4 Merc. Oh, what do we have down here? Is this a V8? Is this a flathead? It would have had a flathead in it originally. The old Ford. This would have had the earlier version of our V8 Pilot engine. And look at this. So what's this, a Bel Air? Cool, look at that, proper patina job. Paint's gone. Yeah, Chevrolet Bel Air. How cool is that? No door. Oh, you're moving, are you? Oh, right. No door handles on the outside of this one. Wow, that sounds the part. You certainly hear that coming before you see it. Just keep out of the way so you can see out. It's got the portholes on the front wing, a bit like a Buick. How clean is that? Merc is going. Right. Let's carry on along here. We've got 6 Series Beamer. Yeah, 106 Rally. Fun little car that is. Right, let's carry on up here if I can get through. A lot of people, a lot of cars. M3, yep. So let's go and have a look at that other E46 up here. Roof down. For some reason we've still got our roof up. Oh yeah, how nice is that? Another E46. Probably the last of the good looking 3 Series, I think. MGF. Various Audis and BMWs. 3-wheeler here. Right. This is the biggest meet I think I've ever seen here at the Combermere. Subaru is being photographed over there. Very bonny little Mini Cooper S. These are great little cars, I think. Subaru, fast Audi estate. It's an MX-5 with body kit. Must stop looking at this O2 turbo. Then again, maybe I won't. A great looking little car. Bonnet's now up on the TR4A. Ooh, very nice. No, very nice indeed. It's So what size are we looking at here? Just over 2 litre, is it? 2.1, 2.2?
Tractor engine.
So this is the one that came out the Vanguard, is it?
Yes.
Sort of. Yeah. Well, we've got a grey Fergie at home, so yeah, it all looks very familiar. No, I'm joking.
I don't run this on TV either.
No, we haven't got twin carbs on the tractor either, so this is sort of a descendant of the Vanguard engine, I suppose, going back.
So, yeah. I'm not really that well up on them at all.
Yeah, I think they came. I think they were like in the Vanguard, and then because they were sort of just over 2 litre in size as well. So
we're both sort of TVR people, really.
Yeah, right.
You know,
it's beauty, this, isn't it?
There's no tax and no MOT, and
no, and they're just great looking things, aren't they? You know, they're just
like a big Meccano kit. Aren't they?
Yeah, plenty of room to get at everything as well, isn't there? So, no.
I live close to TR Bits. So.
Oh, do you? That's handy. So, what, Warrington over there somewhere, aren't they?
Yeah.
TR Bits, yeah.
Just south of Warrington.
Yeah, I remember them. No, it's beauty, that is.
Lovely people to do with as well.
Are they? Yeah. No, it's great to see that here today. Nice one. And there's that MGC we saw driving in before, and that glorious XK140 minus bumpers. Something starting up behind. I haven't seen Harley in a while. I've just seen a Stratos replica drive off, and maybe he couldn't get in. There are 1 or 2 spaces at the back, but there's the Alpha Stud that came quite early alongside the MGTF. Last of the MGs before the MGA came along. There's the Scimitar GTC, convertible, a cabrio version of the Reliant Scimitar, the big 3 litre V6 Ford engine. And here is that TR7 V8. Now I'm pretty sure this is 4.6 litre. Yeah, 4.6 litre V8. Yeah, I bet that bobs along very, very well. There's plenty of room to work on it as well. And there is the fixed head coupe. It's great to see the TRs together. Here's the droop snoot Firenze. This is a regular at many of the classic car shows that we get to. Always great to see that out and about. Porsche departs. There's that little Honda E, brand new, but quite an interesting car really. There's that lovely Mini we saw driving in before, the Austin Cooper S. What was that, 1964? Twin tanks, I think, which was an option on the Cooper S's. Really, really lovely car. Do look fantastic on those 10-inch Mini Light wheels. They just look really, really nice. That's a real smart little car. And we are back over near the entrance, and the Mk1 Escort twin cam, bonnet raised, showing off its fantastic tuned Lotus engine. Let's carry on up here, because I have spied a Volvo Amazon. There's that Chevrolet Bel Air. They did find somewhere to park it over in the main area, so I've got a Porsche bit of precision reversing going on here next to the Lotus. But the focus of my attention alongside this incredible, let's have a closer look at this Chevy Bel Air first. So it looks like it's been bare metal then lacquered over, but actually that reveals just what a sound body we're looking at there. Nowhere for filler in that one, so I'm guessing it's a dry state car, but how much fun does that look? What an engine. Good grief, look at that. Windows open, so it'd be rude not to have a peer in. A bit of cowhide in there. Wowzers. The old Chevrolet Bel Air of the mid 1950s. So what year is that one? Sometimes it says on the plates, but I'm guessing about 55. And yes, let's go and have a look at this beautiful Amazon. Wowzers. Same colour as the very first one I bought way back in the early 90s for 50 quid. This is the 122S, so it's the twin carburettor car. I'm being bitten by something. Ooh, there's a spider hanging off my hat. Right, anyway, yes, so what have we got? 2-door 122S. So So yeah, twin carbs, some were overdrive, some were just manual. I'm not quite sure what this is. This is manual only, I think, because usually the overdrive stalk is opposite to the indicator stalk. Lovely steering wheel as well. These dash panels are prone to cracking. This one looks in really good order. One thing to look at on these, which I learnt very early on, is the 4-door cars have galvanised sills all the way along the bottom of the doors there. On the 2 doors, the sill goes to that join there. So that bit is galvanised on the 2 doors like we're looking at here. This bit here, rear of the sill, there's my hand again, sorry about that, is part of the wing, and that wasn't galvanised. So you have to have, on a 2-door car in particular, you have to have a very good close look at the back end there, because that bit isn't galvanised, whereas that bit was. Yeah, lovely, lovely car. This is quite a late, I'm not sure what year this one is. It's a fairly late example. I think this came out in about 1956. The later cars like this have the thinner strip on the top of the doors. The early cars had a much wider stainless steel piece that went all the way along the top there. 2 doors, 4 doors, and Estates of course were available. The Estates are fantastic bits of kit as well. But yeah, great to see an Amazon out and about, and it's probably the first one I've seen at this particular meeting. Here we go. I wondered if this might be here today. Fantastic vintage Morgan. Looks entertaining and terrifying in equal measures, I think. A few cars have left. Some cars are still arriving. I think that's the Mustang firing up, unless I'm very much mistaken. Yeah, I think that's the Mustang. Nothing shy and retiring about that. Bit of a hooligan car, but well. Jeez, that's almost painful. I think I'll be deaf for the next 5 minutes now. I spy MG. Lovely little MG Tourer. What a swish motor car.
You can probably imagine the comment later.
I'm filming.
Yeah, I know.
Guess we're both filming.
Let's carry on over here, past the oldie dodgy and the MX-5. Different field of view with this one.
I must have opened that, the blue one.
You know what? It looks better for the.
There it goes.
I can remember him in
The mighty Amazon.
in the white Volvo.
He loves it. Yeah, I've got a tissue.
We're lucky to go in. Our driver was short, so he's still 17. First year in Bristol.
MG's going. About having a sit down. You comfortable?
Oh, very comfortable, thank you. Yeah, enjoying it.
Lovely Tourer. you want me to watch you out from over there?
You can do, yeah. Great, yeah.
You can't see past these, can you? No. That super clean Mk1 Cavalier departs. How clean and straight is that? Can't be many in this condition left now. So this was sort of the slightly larger brother to the Vauxhall Chevette. Very similar slopey front. This beautiful Austin-Healey would also be in my, probably in the top 3 of the cars seen here today. This and the O2 Turbo. I'm not quite sure what else, but I mean there's some beautiful cars here, so it's pretty hard to choose, but this would definitely be on any shortlist of mine. What a great looking car that is. Possibly the MGC GT, or the Roadster rather, the MGC Roadster that we saw before. That would also be right up there as well. Another Dolomite Sprint, this one russet brown, quite a late one on a W. And here's that lovely Mark III Mini Cooper S that we saw pulled in before. See, it's on a little drilled Cooper wheels there. Yeah, and this is what I was saying about the double gutter. See this later Mini here, it's like a single layer of gutter, whereas on the Mark IIIs they had this with like this extra lip. Oh, there's my hand again. This extra lip. And of course the twin fuel fillers as well. Yeah, beautiful little Mini of the early 1970s. TR7 prepares to depart, slotting it through the gap behind the Ferrari and in front of the MG. And in the foreground here, that beautiful V8 Sunbeam Tiger. Real wolf in sheep's clothing. At first glance you'd assume it was a regular Sunbeam Alpine, but no, this one packs a proper punch. Correct attire for the Morgan three-wheeler. Right, I'm going to go down the back here and have another look, see if I can find that Chalmers that came in before. The vintage Chalmers. Talking of vintage cars, here's that Sunbeam, the magnificent Sunbeam of 1914. What a cracker that is. Wooden wheels, no brakes on the front. Yeah, amazing car that is. All brass, no chrome on these. Yeah, amazing, amazing car. Let's go over here, see if we can find that Chalmers. Beautiful Mustang. Yeah. Morgan tucked away over here. And here we have the brown Triumph Dolomite Sprint. I pulled in just a few minutes ago. 16 valve engine, quite an advanced engine for its day. Very nice looking. Oh, there's the Chalmers in the distance. slightly calmer around the back here, and there is that incredible Chalmers, similar age to the Sunbeam that just drove out. What a great machine. I'm not sure when this was built up, but huge brakes on the back, similar setup to those that we had on our old Dodge Tourer, which was the early 1920s. And if it's anything like the Dodge, the foot brake operates these larger brake linings on the outside of the drum, which is behind the wheel here, and inside is where the handbrake or the emergency brake has a separate set of linings, and they push from inside the drum. So yeah, everything is based around the rear wheels, no brakes on the front. Incredible. I love the attention to detail on these proper old vintage speedsters. Nothing out of place, proper old leather case on the back, proper old lamps, Great Western Railway. Love that GB plate there, the RAC logo on the top. Hand painted number plates as well, of which we approve. There's the fuel tank behind the driver and his mate. There we go, there's a fuel take-off there, fuel filler on the other side. Lovely big old brass filler cap there. What an amazing car, everything you need and nothing else. So if we just move that leather strap, you can just see Chalmers Motor Company, Detroit, Michigan, USA. There's a date there, 10/5/09. So this chassis is 1909, or at least the patent for it is. I can't imagine it's all that much later. Incredible engine there. So you've got the magneto under the exhaust manifold providing the spark. You've got a drive all the way through here from a gear on the front through. There's the water pump, I assume, and then you've got the magneto being driven off the back of that as well. You've got exposed valve gear as well. Look at the valves and springs. Valves on the top as well, exposed rocker gear. What an incredible machine that is. Yeah, what a thing. This is also one of my favourite cars here today. The incredible Maserati powered Citroen SM. Whether I'll be actually brave enough to own one, I'm not quite sure. I think you probably have to cut your teeth on a car such as the Citroen DS before taking on a car like this. Incredible car, incredibly complicated as well. All that suspension, engine over there, gearbox there, many pipes. The suspension system is very similar to that of the Citroen DS, so you can raise it if you're going over uneven ground, but this was a really sleek sort of GT gentleman coupe, I guess you would have called this back in the brochures of the day. But just incredible. The shape of the back window, the way, oh, there's my hand there, the way it just comes up, it's just like nothing else. It must have looked like a spaceship when this went on sale in the early 1970s. You know, compared to so many of the other cars being mass produced at the time, this was just in a class and a league of its own, really. Incredible interior as well. You know, this was aimed at the sort of buyer who maybe would have gone for, say, that Jensen Interceptor that we were looking at a little bit earlier. It's that kind of car, big engine GT, very exotic, although arguably this is even more exotic than the Interceptor. I love these vents set into the top of the bonnet there, just on one side. The cutouts for the wiper assembly. The wraparound screen. How futuristic is that? Citroen really did come out with some incredible cars, whether it was these, the DS and the ID, the Traction Avant, the 2CV. How many iconic cars have rolled off Citroen production lines over the years? Even the CX, I mean, that was quite a car as well. But yeah, I'm not sure any of them really trump the SM. Just get over here so I don't get run over by a Fiat Panda. Yeah, yeah, what a... How neat is that? But it's this sort of detailing that really is a treat on a car like this. And whenever you see a car like this turn up at a classic car show, it's always worth spend just a minute, have a look at some of the details, because everywhere you look, it's just a treat. I'm going to try a different camera, action cam. Let's see how the sound works. The mighty Chalmers is preparing to disappear.
Oh, you got the new one out?
Yeah, just trying this one.
I wonder where he's been. What do we see down there? A Series 2 XJ Coupe. Well, of course it's a Series 2 because they only ever did the Coupe as a Series 2, either 6-cylinder or V12. This is a late arrival. A few gaps around the parking area now, but still plenty of cars here. Yeah, the XJ Coupe, based on the floor pan of the early Series 2 saloons, the short wheelbase version. Very, very nice too. TVR arrives, and here's that beautiful XJ5.3C, the V12 version of the XJ Coupe. There aren't too many clues that we're looking at a V12 other than the discreet badge set into the front grille there. Some subtle badging round the rear, I imagine. Yep, 5.3C. Fuel injection. Fuel injection was introduced on the Series 2 XJ12s. The Series 1s and the E-Type V12s were all on carburetors. And early into the production of the Series 2 XJ12 saloon, they brought in fuel injection. The very first Series 2s were still on the 4 Stromberg carburetors. This is auto. I think all of them were automatic. Some of the E-Type V12s were manual, and some of the very early XJSs too. Lovely collie here, on sleep, guarding the box of eggs. While we're on the subject of classic Jaguars, here we have a modern classic, the XK8 convertible no less. Very, very nice V8 4.2 litre, unsupercharged in this case. Oh, that's a comfy way to get to the south of France, isn't it? And continuing the Jaguar theme of these recent clips, there goes the 140.
I did see the smoke. The smoke was a bit worrying. I want to hear yours. Well, if you go back the front, I'll see you there. Yeah. We'll probably...
That's 4,200 miles.
Yes, I know, it's great, isn't it? Well, there we go. A few gaps in the car park, rounding out a very, very successful meeting here at the Old Piggery Cafe. It's great to see Dad in the Jag. Glad he turned up. He was able to turn up. The oldie Dodgy had a bit of an outing, complete with all the scrap in the back. And Mrs. OCC kindly brought a little Mk1 MX-5 California. So I think we will soon start to think about wrapping up, or maybe record just a few more clips of cars leaving. There goes that beautiful Austin-Healey 3000. But yeah, it won't be long before we start heading back to base and go and think about bacon sandwiches and other such worthy things to think about. So thank you very much for watching. Please have a look around the rest of the channel before you disappear. Maybe give the video a like if you like this kind of thing. Subscribe if you want to be notified of future uploads along these lines. It's only April, so all being well, we'll be off to many other shows before too long. Hopefully we'll be down to Bicester next weekend for the Bicester Scramble for April 2024, so we're certainly looking forward to that. But there are many other shows penciled in for the remainder of 2024, so keep a good eye on the channel. And if you like these classic cars and vintage car meets, pop a note in the comments, say hello. And like I say, if you're able to subscribe, doesn't cost anything, then that would be really cool. So thank you so much for watching this one. Many more videos along very soon. So bye for now.